Oakland Outlaws Councilmember Rebecca Kaplan, your thoughts on the Raider deal?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you today,
And you too.
it's
Yeah,
a
it's great
pleasure to see people today working together, talking with each other. You know, one of the things, and I think we may have talked about this before, is that I have always believed that a great win-win deal could be made here in Oakland, where we improve the fan experience, we'll have more people coming, we'll have more food and drink and other sales going on, and so instead of fighting about whether the Raiders cover more of the loss or the taxpayers cover more of the loss, we actually do the work both to improve the facility and the services so that we actually are making more money, and both the taxpayers and the team and the fans would all be better off. And part of what's been in the way is the lack of the constructive dialogue. And so today, seeing everybody working together, talking with each other, I think this is an incredibly hopeful sign. And while today's lease discussion is not, strictly speaking, include a discussion of the future stadium, I think they're incredibly interconnected in the sense that building the positive dialogue, building the positive fan relations, building the positive stakeholder relations for the lease is part of then how we would be more likely to get to a positive future for the long-term stadium.
I know you can't talk about the details of the lease, but can you at least say we had a $2.6 million structural deficit last year? Are you comfortable that this new deal will at least help prevent a reoccurrence of that?
Yes, I am.
That's a good. Now, as
Yes,
far
I am.
as I have to follow up with this because Alameda County Supervisor Nate Miley did say that while Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf is heading the stadium negotiations, he would prefer the JPA were involved. But JPA is a type of a task force. Have you made that case to the mayor that, hey, the JPA should be involved as one in negotiations for a new stadium?
Yes, and I fully supported Nate Miley's proposal last year that would actually have added seats to the JPA so that all the players would have been at the table here, including the mayor. So I supported that when he proposed that last year as well.
That goes back to Ezra Rapport's original design,
Yes.
Which I pushed for years ago anyway.
Exactly.
But I digress.
So no, I actually thought that was a good idea. I supported it at the time that Nate Miley proposed it, and I still think that would be helpful. But regardless, I appreciate the role of the county supervisors. Both Nate Miley and Scott Haggerty are being really good allies. They're working with us on how to deal with the bond debt. So regardless of which structure it happens under, it's really important that we build and sustain that positive communication.
And again, I have to ask this. Does this mean that we're going to be focusing more on a stadium and less on the county figuring out how it can separate from the city and all this jazz? It seemed like everybody was getting along.
Yes,
you know?
I absolutely feel like we're all getting along here, and it's been going very well. The interpersonal communications are great, and lastly, I really want to say that our new executive director, Scott McKibben, has been hugely helpful. When I joined the JPA, we did not have a permanent full-time executive director, and one of the things I really fought for in my time here was for us to do that, to conduct that hiring, so that we'd really have someone here with the time and knowledge to help advance these efforts. And so that's also contributed to the progress today, as well as the strengthened relations between the city and the county leaders.
Nice work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got it.